everybody, and this side Vanshika. You are watching my channel Knowledge World. So today in this new video, we are going to learn about the ABCs of online school etiquette. So it is very important to maintain a high level of etiquette or a high level of discipline for the online classes or for the online school which is going on in the present scenario. Each and every child is studying from online classes and over the internet. So there are some tips or there are some rules which we need to follow. There are some etiquettes which we need to follow during our online classes and over the internet also, when we are taking our online classes and when we are joining our classes. So let's proceed. So welcome to the another new edition, and this edition is the online classes edition, and this video is the first part of the online classes edition. So there will be a maximum 4 to 5 videos in this edition, and they will be only on online classes and the etiquettes, how to study on the online classes. So this is a very interesting edition. You must watch all the videos of this edition. You can check this playlist over my channel's playlist section. So this online classes edition is specially for those school students who are taking the online classes. So I hope you will like the content shared within this video, and we should get started with our video. So firstly, we should know what is an online class. This all of us know very well. An online class is commonly a virtual class. An online class is a virtual class because all of us are at home and nobody is going to school. So it is a virtual class. It is an online class, and this is held over the internet only and by our schools, by our educating institutions, and over the internet applications or apps like Zoom and etc. The students can easily join these classes and can communicate with the teacher and other students who are joined within the meeting of the online class. So in this, as we all know that we are able to communicate with our educator, with our instructor, with our teacher, and as well as with our with the other students also who are joined within the meeting. We can hold a proper type of discussion within the online class. Everybody can speak and everybody can hear each other's voice in a very good way. Also, they can switch on their cameras and do different kind of operations over the online class. So it is a very interesting class, and students are taking this these type of classes nowadays. One should follow a few tips while attending an online class. As I have told you in the starting of the video that we should follow some etiquette, some rules, some tips while attending an online class or while joining within the meeting. So let's get started with our first rule or with our first tip. So the first tip is quickly unmute and speak when prompted by the teacher. If you will not do so, then it proves sheer carelessness. So yes, this is the first and the foremost rule. When you are joined within an online class or within an online meeting in which your sole purpose is to study, so whatever is being taught to you, you should listen it very carefully and should ask your doubt also. Plus, when the teacher asks you to unmute and speak or express your views or answer any question, you should quickly unmute, as unmute option is there in these type of applications over which the online classes are being held. So you should quickly unmute your mic and start speaking. When you are prompted by the teacher, you should start answering immediately. If you will not do so, then it proves sheer carelessness, that it is of no use that you are joined within a class and you are not answering the questions or you are not taking part in the discussion of the class. So you should always unmute and speak immediately. You should not be on mute mode when you are prompted by the teacher. So this was the first rule. I hope you have understood it. The second rule is over here. Don't misuse or abuse the chat box. Always use it when needed. Yes, this is also a very important rule, I should say, that you should not misuse the chat box. Over this type of applications are having a feature called chat box. Most of the applications are having a chat box that when you are not able, students when they are not able to unmute, then they write on the chat box, and or they use the chat box for discussion purpose. So you should not misuse or abuse the chat box. You should not write anything wrong in the chat box. You should use it only when it is needed, or only when you need to say something, you need to convey something and you are not able to do it. So you should use chat box only in those circumstances. You should not write anything wrong in the chat box. So this is the next tip. Let's read it. It's very interesting. Typing everything in all caps is the electronic equivalent of yelling. I know most of the people know this, but still there are a few people, those who don't know. Now see, I'll make you understand this thing, that when you are typing in all caps, like this thing, which is written here over the screen, you can see is written in all caps, means all capital letters are here. So it is electronic equivalent of yelling, means on internet when you are doing so, it is believed that you are yelling, you are screaming, you are shouting on someone, or to whom you are sending the message, the person will think that you are screaming on the person. So you should not do so. You should only use the capital letter in the starting of the sentence. As you know the punctuation rules, you have studied the punctuation lesson. So you should always use the capital letter in the starting of the sentence and not in the whole sentence, because it is electronically equivalent to yelling or shouting on someone. So this was the rule. Now, this is the another rule which you should follow, and it is respectful tone of voice. Whenever you are unmuting, or whenever you want to say something, and as you know in the online classes discussion take place, so when you want to convey something, when you want to say something, so you should adopt a respectful tone of voice. You should speak in a polite manner, in a respectful manner. You should not scream, or you should not talk in a disrespectful manner. If you will talk in a respectful and polite manner, then everybody will like you, and everybody will think that you are a very good student, and this will improve your impression. Also, this rule is to be followed when you are attending real classes, when you are going to school actually. So this is very important. Now, this rule says that always think before you speak something. Suppose that you want to say something and you are not thinking what you have to say. So it is required to think on a topic, on what you are supposed to speak something or say something. So always think before you speak. This is the foremost rule also, and if you will think before you speak, then you will speak the whole thing correctly also, and you will not make a mistake. So you should always think before you speak. Now the next rule is complete homework assignments on time and upload them in a proper way. As you know that in online classes, in virtual classes, the notebooks of the students are not being actually checked by the teacher. Rather, we need to upload our work on the applications on which we are taking the online classes, or through WhatsApp or something we have to send the work to the teacher. So what we have to do is to complete your homework assignments on the within the stipulated time, and you have to upload it. If you are supposed to upload, then you should upload them in a proper way. in a clearer way. The pics should be clear, or whatever you are uploading should be clear. The text should be, the writing should be legible enough to read, and the work should be complete. So you should complete your homework assignments on time, within the stipulated time limit, and also upload them or send them in a proper way, so that the person who is checking your work will not face any problem or can easily check your work. Now, this tip is very, very important. Treat an online class like a real class. So, as you can see in this picture also, in the first picture, the student is studying from the laptop. Online class, the student is taking the online class on the laptop. And in the second picture, actually the students are in the class and the teacher is teaching. And in between, the equal to sign is there, and which is showing that you should treat an online class like a real class, because the teacher is teaching in the same manner. You are also listening the teacher is getting you, and you are also getting the teacher. So you should treat an online class like a real class, as you are studying in both the classes. So you should not think that it is an online class, but you should think that a real class is going on. The next tip is always take part in the discussion going on in the online class. This will make the online class very interactive. Yes, it is very important to be a part of the discussion going on in the online classes. You should always express your opinions and views in the online classes, and in the discussion which is going on, you should always express your ideas and give new ideas if required. And what will happen when you will give your idea and the other students will also give their ideas, then the class will become very interactive, and you will feel that you are in the you are not in the online class, but you are taking a real class, as you are studying in the school. And as in the school you used to take part in the discussion, so you should always take part in the discussion going on in the online class and express your ideas, plus give new ideas to the teacher, and you should discuss new ideas also. The next tip or the next rule is you can also organize a study space in your room if possible. Also, you should stay organized and work in a constructive way. So it is important to have a proper study space or a room. If you can arrange, then you can arrange just a proper study space. As you can see in this picture also, the laptop is there, proper table, chair, a constructive or type of study spaces there. You can sit and take the online classes there. Also, you can keep your books and notebooks readily available there. You can get them at a proper time. When your classes start, you can take out your notebooks and books immediately if you have a proper and organized way or study space. So you can organize your study space as possible according to you accordingly. And also you can stay organized and always work in a constructive way, because the work which is done in a constructive way is really done efficiently. This tip is very, very important. Eliminate distractions. In many of my videos, I have discussed this point, that you should always eliminate distractions or things which distract you while studying from your room. And in the online classes, I should say that there is sometimes an echo voice or some type of disturbance. So you should at least eliminate distractions from your surroundings, as you will not get distracted from your study. So you should eliminate such things which can distract you from studying. So the next tip is always attend your classes. Don't miss them, as if you will be absent, then you will be one step back from the other students. Also, you cannot understand the concept, so this is very important that you should be punctual. You should attend everyday classes where if they are held every day, so you should always be present in each and every class. You should not be absent. If you will be absent, then you will be one step back, of course, from the other students, because they will learn new things and you cannot understand those new things or concepts properly. So you should always be punctual. You should not miss your classes. So the next step is practice makes perfect. You have to practice whatever is being taught to you, whichever concepts are being taught to you in the online classes. You should practice them after the online class gets over, so that you will be it will help you to remember the concepts for a longer period of time, and you will not forget those concepts. So practice and practice. So I hope you like all these tips and will follow all these tips while attending your online classes and will make improvement in yourself. So bye bye for today. Have a nice day. I will be back with another video, another part of this edition soon. Please subscribe to the channel if you like the video. Press the bell icon to get the latest notifications of my latest videos. Thank you for watching the video. Stay tuned with me and bye bye for today. I'll be back with another new and informative video for you soon.